Hey everybody, Shep here. Welcome back to the channel. Today is April 26th and I thought I'd make a little video this evening showing what we've got going on the homestead. A really good friend of mine gave me some starts of some rhubarb, and I got 4 plants here. I planted them out here this week. I've had them for a while. I had them planted in pots. After I dug them up, I put them in pots, and then just this week I've planted them out here. So some of them are looking better than others, but I've been trying to grow rhubarb for the last 3 or 4 years, and usually what happens is I have a nice looking plant like this, and then we get a bunch of rain and it just dies. So don't know what's really up with that. I don't have really trouble growing anything else. It's just, for whatever reason, this rhubarb's pretty difficult for me. This is the best looking plant, but hopefully they live, or at least some of them do. And strawberries, we're gonna have strawberries here real soon. You can see the baby ones there. I got a 30-foot row here, and there's an even bigger one. They are loaded with blooms and baby berries, so that's pretty exciting. Asparagus, so I've got asparagus coming up good now. I planted this asparagus 3 years ago, yeah, 3 years ago from seed. This is the first year I've harvested any. I've kind of been harvesting just a little bit. I know when you first start you don't really harvest very much, but ever since I've planted it, it's always come back good every year. So, excited about having asparagus. So here are the red raspberries. I have 6 plants. One of them isn't really showing any signs of life, but the others all have some sort of growth on them. I planted these last year, and they've all got signs of life, so it looks like they're coming back. I did have a couple berries last year on a couple of the plants, but hopefully they'll start to thrive. I've even got some like right here, you know, coming out of the ground, so that's a good sign to be seeing that. And then also over here by the greenhouse, I have 6 more plants that I got a couple weeks ago, and some of them have a lot of life on them, and some of them are just starting to have green stuff come out of them. And then over here next to the raspberries, I have my blackberries. Now, these blackberries, they don't look that great right now, but these plants I think I planted them 2 years ago. The friend of mine that had the rhubarb, he gave me starts to these, and we already got some new canes. You can see it here, some new canes shooting up. Those look pretty healthy. These ones from last year, you can see they're pretty little, especially compared to the new cane. The new cane's a lot bigger than the ones from last year, but they should have a few berries. They're putting out, you know, the buds where the berries come from. So, got 3 of those plants here, and yeah, they're looking all right. Got 1 blueberry bush here, and it's been pretty loaded with blooms this year. I've always heard that you need more than 1 blueberry bush to have berries. When I originally got this one, which I planted this, I've had it 5 or 6 years. Had it longer than anything else here. But I had 2 of them, and one of them died pretty much, you know, as soon as I planted it. Never really did a whole lot. This one's taken a while, but it's gotten kind of bigger now, and the last couple years I've had quite a few berries, and it looks exceptionally loaded this year. Alright, let's take a walk in the greenhouse. First, I want to say how much I'm loving that water tank. That's coming in super handy for water and everything. And you can see I still haven't gotten my my gravel floor in here yet, but that's coming, I promise. So yeah, we got starting to get green in here. Got some marigolds, and these are Mexican sunflowers. Got a tray of those. And then here are the tomato plants I planted for a friend of mine. They're doing really good. Honestly, they're a little bit bigger than I would have liked, but they could have been planted a week or 2 weeks even later and they'd be better. And we got some pepper plants and some tomato plants. These are my tomato plants. And got some extra onions back there. Peppers, these are garden salsa. That's extra garden salsa. Those are bell peppers. And I've got some pepperoncinis there. That's what's coming up there. Got some more of those planted. And yeah, just some, these are celery. And a couple of those little peppers are jalapenos. And this is another flower that's a cleome. And that's my onions. They're all looking really good. I gave them a haircut a week or, well, probably more longer than that, like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And they've really grown a lot since then. So I cut them back to about 3 inches long, but they're taking off like crazy. I'm gonna have to repot them. Now I got them in the 72 cell trays, but I'll be potting those up to these 32 cells. So I'll be doing that here within the next couple days, and then I'll be doing that with my tomatoes as well. One last thing I wanted to show off, I got the front blade off of this 184, and I think it looks a lot better. Definitely doesn't take up as much room with that blade sticking out, but yeah, I've kind of been playing with this. I actually mowed the garden off with it, and it worked really well. You know, I said it might have some engine issues, other than smoking a little bit. Of course, I didn't run it hard or run it for very long, so we'll see how it ends up being long term. But I actually did use it, drove it around quite a bit the other day, and I'm pretty happy with it. I kind of like it, and I'm gonna start doing a little stuff to it to fix it up. And like I said, I think it looks a lot better without that blade on it. And then I put the screen piece in the grill. I didn't have that in there last time. I got that put in. And yeah, I like it. Well, here's the garden after I got it mowed off the other day. It was kind of just starting to dry up enough that I thought, you know what, I might try to plow soon. And then we got like 9/10 of an inch of rain over a couple days, and it's muddy again, but I kind of expect that this time of year. But it will be nice once we can start planting stuff. And the upper gardens are a lot wetter than this is, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update what's been going on. I haven't been doing a whole lot as far as homesteading type stuff lately. No gardening adventures or anything fun like that, but wanted to make this little video, just kind of show what's been going on, kind of show all the plants we got growing. And yeah, we recently hit 750 subscribers, so that's awesome. I'm really hoping to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. You know, thanks everybody for watching these videos and subscribing to my subscribers. You know, I appreciate each and every one of you. And hopefully the next one I have for you guys, it'll be something a little more exciting. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. And I hope everybody out there has a great day, and I'll see you next time.